Buyers, are you feeling priced out the market? Make sure you watch this video. I'm going to give you 3 tips on how to be creative to still stay in the buying game in 2022, guys. If you're new here, welcome. I am Kira Ford. My channel talks about real estate tips and tricks, dance, fitness, go-tos, and much more. And if you're not new here, thank you for rocking with me. Before we jump into the 3 ways to be creative to still buy a house in 2022, I did want to just touch base on what it means to be priced out the market. So being priced out the market, which I know people are like, well, Kira, I think we know what that is. You would think that, but not everyone does. So with that being said, being priced out the market means that you no longer can afford what you really want. And for instance, I've had some clients in the beginning of the year, they got pre-approved, they've been looking, they haven't found anything that they loved, but now that interest rates have gone up to 5%, they had a budget of $300,000, and now their budget is looking around that $270,000, $280,000. So it does make a big difference. So people always say, well, Kira, when's the best time to buy? Guess what? The best time to buy was yesterday, and the best next time to buy is today. So let's just jump into the 3 ways of how you won't be priced out the market. Also, make sure you comment below what's your opinion on the 3 ways that I have. Of course, I have up to 10 ways, but I'm not going to sit here and bore you. If you want to know creative ways to buy a house, let's schedule a consultation and we will get you started in a homeowner. Okay, let's get into it. 1, I would say this one is super easy to do, but not a lot of people want to do it. It is move further out, okay? So you have to realize, and this is really talking to my millennials, I know that you guys want to be in areas that are walkable to, Starbucks and just to like in and out places, which is great. But you're not going to be able to buy those things right now. So moving a little further out will give you a little bit more options. It'll give you a little bit more flexibility, and that price range will probably be most likely where you want to be, okay? Now, if you are in that mid-range where it's like the 450 and up, you honestly can buy anywhere, and you still moving further out, you can get a little bit more bang for your buck. You could even do some custom builds a little further out. Now, you need to already have the land, and then you'll be able to build for the price range that is that mid-range, which is that 450 and up, okay? Moving on to number 2, fixer-uppers. So many people are like, okay, Kira, I'm willing to do the 203K loan, which is basically a construction loan that allows you to get money to fix up the home that you want to buy. Now, getting a fixer-upper, just know that if you're not hands-on, maybe do more of a home that's a fixer-upper for like carpet, paint, things of that sort. But if you're like, okay, I don't mind even getting houses that I need to like fully gut, just know that material and labor has gone up, especially since inflation. But that is another way to be able to be in a area that you want, but might not necessarily be the dream home like how you see it, but you can always fix it up to your liking. I always say a house is kind of like the foundation. You kind of have to add the spices and the TLC to give it, that homey love feel. Moving on to number 3. Moving to another state is huge right now. I have so many relocating clients, but I'm telling you now, when it comes to staying in this market, not being priced out, a lot of people who are moving from California or from areas that the price point of living is higher, they're moving to like Arizona, they're moving to Texas, of course, Tennessee, and Florida, those warm areas. And so those areas, you will get a little bit more bang for your buck. And so if you don't want to be priced out the market, if you do want to still become a homeowner, I definitely believe it can happen for you, but you have to be a little bit more open and not so rigid about the specific things, because I know a lot of us think that we're buying our forever home, but really sometimes it's just like our stepping stone home. We get into it, we get a whole bunch of equity, and then we move on to the next house. So if you still want to become a homeowner, those are the 3 ways to still be creative and be able to buy a home and not be priced out of the home. Next week, I'm going to talk about DFW's crazy equity. If you have bought a home last year, you have gone up so much in equity. So we're going to talk a little bit about numbers and stats so I can prove to you why it's the best time to buy now Also, I'm gonna really be talking to my sellers because sellers, we need more homes on the market, and there's so many people who would pay top dollar for it. And so next week we'll talk a little bit about equity and why it's a great time to sell. So I hope this video has brought you some value. I pray that it has showed you that sometimes we have to be a little bit more open-minded to be able to still hit our goals, which homeownership should be your goal. If you're a renter, let's talk about it. I promise you, it'll be the best investment that you make, all right? I love you guys. You know my mission is to help millennials, first-time home buyers, and sellers create generational wealth by buying, selling, and investing in real estate. I love you so much, guys. Thank you for staying tuned, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
Oh my gosh, there she is. It's Kira Ford. Kira Ford. You don't know what? Never heard? Oh my gosh, she slays every time.